The moon in Leo. This lunar position tends to uplift the native to put him in positions of responsibility or prominence. Leo, known as royalty, kingship, queenship, and to give him authority over others as head or manager or director. Especially because Leo. This is the thing. It's a very positive masculine sign, and depending on the rest of the chart, if it also has a lot of these qualities, it can definitely do this. Put him in a position or her in a position of being in charge, because Leo really thrives on being seen. Uh, of course, it's a fire sign. We're talking about leadership. We're talking about Jupiter being an influence there. Mars, Sun, and Jupiter, very strong, outgoing planets. And when the moon's in Leo, the moon takes on these qualities. The personality of the person takes on these qualities. They want to be in charge. They want to take responsibility. They want to be seen. Even if they don't want to, you have to really look at your life and see where you're at. Like, for example, I knew someone recently who was a sun in Leo, moon in Aries, different combination, but just having that the Leo influence. They were in charge. They were being seen. They might not admit to that, but that's what their life was. That's what they were doing in their life. And that's another thing I think it's important about when you're understanding astrology, is that look at what you're doing in your life. Look at what's happening, because often that is actually what you are, as opposed to what you think you are. And I had an ex-girlfriend who was a moon in Leo. Same thing. This is probably a better example. She was a sun in Cancer, moon in Leo, and you think, well, that combination doesn't really. That sun in Cancer, this person is more interested in family and things of that nature. But if you talk to her and you get into her mind, that moon in Leo, she very much was in charge behind the scenes. You think of the wife or the mother who's really in charge of the family, when the father on the outside appears to be in charge of the family. The son appears to be in charge of the life, but it's that feminine aspect that's really, really in charge. So moon in Leo definitely is going to bring that to the forefront one way or another. It gives the favor of those in higher ranks of life than the native. He is ambitious, desirous of occupying a prominent place, and does not hesitate to come before the public. He's honorable, generous in money matters, high-minded, candid, and warm-hearted. He is susceptible in affairs of the heart, a favorite with the opposite sex, and a sincere lover. I've seen that as well. The romantic, very romantic, interested in romance novels, soap operas, etc. Anything that has to do with romance. Susceptible in affairs of the heart, cares very deeply in a very evolved chart. A favorite with the opposite sex. Absolutely, moon in Leo. One of my favorite placements is Leo, particularly moon in Leo. It favors intuition and genius. It gives love of music, poetry, or painting. And they don't necessarily, it's the thing, they don't necessarily have to be an artist themselves, but they will go to operas. They will go to symphonies. They will, as I said, I talk about this a lot with the moon in Leo, that one of my ex-girlfriends was a moon in Leo in high school. She took me to the opera. She took me to an underground theater, things of that nature. It gives some love of luxuries, pleasures, perfumes, jewels, fine clothes, etc. The moon in Leo, essentially, you think of from a childlike standpoint. I've known some children that have moon in Leo, and very much are the little princess of the family. This one in particular was a Scorpio Sun, Leo Moon. Definitely knows what she's doing in that regard of being the princess, and I don't know how you'd treat her any other way. other than the princess, the way being in this person's presence. So it's just one of those things. So thanks for watching. That's the moon in Leo.